I'm making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kind of like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a box where the owners.
Yo, what's up, broskies? Kiana coming at you with a deck profile that's been visited a few times on the channel, and I've seen like a couple new variations come out, so I want to like, you know, put out my take on it. So this is Mutant slash Ghoti, the new fish archetype, but I'm gonna explain it as I do the card by card, because there's a lot of builds out there like I completely disagree with, and like everybody always shows you like the busted like 1 or 2 card combos, and like a lot of the lists out are like super bricky. It's so like my I guess my iteration, like I'm playing it more as like a mutant with a small fish engine, if you will, because if you rely on that engine solely, like you get super bricky when you splash it in with this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Before I do, like the video, comment down below you know, if you like these type of deck profiles. Also subscribe to the channel because we're well on our way to 1K. Can't wait to hit that milestone, so we'll go ahead and get into it. Arsenal, Mist, Double Beast. So I was running 1, 1, and 1. 2 Beasts comes up quite often now because you can banish it with the newest baby that came out a couple sets ago. Arsenal's pretty sick. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can target one of your banished spells. This one and add it to your hand. You can, with this one, you can recur a monster, add it to your hand. This one, you can get a trap, add it to your hand. So like all the cards like kind of replace themselves in a way. This is your spell negate. It also can't be targeted by monster effects. This one, and they can only be special summoned by mutant cards. Your opponent cannot target this one with trap effects. And this is like your beater of the deck, if you will. This one gets the biggest in the main deck. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can banish 1 card from your hand or field and target 1 monster on the field, banish it. This one, it's like a draw, like it's kind of like a draw engine, but you're never like, I don't think I've ever actually like used that effect. But next up, Triple M-05. This is the best one. On normal or special, you can add 1 mutant monster from your deck to your hand. Depending on your hand, like I said, I'm not going through any like 1 card combos because that's just that's like crazy to me. Like no one really like shows you how to play the deck. But normal, special summon, add a mutant monster from your deck to your hand, and then you can banish monster, spell, or trap, and then you get one of the corresponding ones. So if it's a monster, you special summon out Beast. If you banish a spell, get out Mist, Trap, Arsenal. You can only use each effect once. ST 46, aka Mutant Spell Trap 46, I guess. But normal, special, this one adds your spell traps. I've seen some people cut down this to 2 to 1, but I disagree. I strongly believe you should play this more as like a mutant like focus, and just let the fish like facilitate some pretty like nasty follow-ups on your opponent's turn. It allows you to play during your opponent's turn. But this one has the same effect. You tribute itself and then banish the monster, spell, trap, and get out one of the corresponding monster, beast, spell, mist, trap, Arsenal. One of the mutant. It is it's a pretty sick extender. If you control a mutant card, you can just special summon it. Then you contribute this card, then banish 1 mutant card from your hand or deck, which is pretty nasty because you can like get rid of a trap, bring out like the Arsenal, get rid of the monster, bring out a beast. But you do lose life points equal to that monster's original attack, and you can only use each of the effect once per turn. Now for this fish engine, triple paces, Light of the Ghoti, the fish tuner. So you can banish this card. You control special 1 fish monster from your hand. accept itself, and during the standby phase of the next turn after this card is banished, you can special summon this banished card during your opponent's main phase. If this card is special summoned this turn, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one fish synchro monster using this card you control. So it's pretty nuts. It allows you to like board wipe essentially on your opponent's turn. A lot of the one card combos, I'll finish the fish first. One of the Shift Fairy of the Ghoti, you banish this card from your graveyard, so it's not nearly as good because it has to be in the graveyard already. But it also lets you synchro summon on your opponent's turn because they'll return just like Paces. And then one Enoch, Sentry of the Ghoti. So a lot of the combos you'll see floating around is like Paces into Enoch. There's really no way to search Enoch, so if this is your normal summon, you probably lost the game. So if you're leading normal summon, banish itself to special summon Enoch, that's like literally never gonna happen. I think I've done like, man, countless test hands, 20, 30, 50 test hands, and I think I've seen like that specific 2-card combo maybe like once or twice. It's just not realistic to like, it's really not realistic to open up both of those. And then even if you use the new which I don't have it in the list, but even if you use a new Moray of Avarice, it's just not gonna happen. You just don't have enough. More often than not, Moray of Avarice is a dead card. If, like I said, if you normal summon Paces, I feel like you've lost that game. But the good thing about the mutants is, if you open up any baby plus this, you automatically have to board wipe, plus at least beast on the field, not to mention the rest of the hand traps you run in the deck. So pretty much if you open a baby Paces, that's like pretty insane. But yeah, you never want to like just lead with Paces. Sorry to dive in that so much, but I've seen some pretty like stupid 1-card combo videos. Triple D Shifter just ends turns. Triple D Crow, this card's like crazy impactful, especially at my locals. In the current meta, my locals plays like a good bit of like it's a lot of like the it's a lot of Sprite, but it's also like a lot of like non-meta decks, like such as Eldritch. You know, you just hit the Golden Boy, that's pretty much it. This is like, and then there's a lot of Striker too, hit the engage, just like get rid of everything. So DD Crow's pretty nasty. Double Ghost Ogre, you can E-Telly it out. I do run E-Telly. It's just pretty solid hand trap. Last for the hand traps, triple Imperm. Imperm's great. It is what it is. You can cut this for triple Ash. I just currently have Ash in a different deck right now, so that's the only problem. Triple E-Telly, this card's insane. This, you know, really kind of sends mutants over the top. It might get hit because like I know there's a meta deck Punk that uses 3 and Punk's pretty nasty, but I would hate to see this card like go because it kind of hurts like the rogue decks like this one, but it is what it is. Mutant Evolution. Basically you can special summon one of your level 4 lower mutant monsters from your hand, or that's banished. So it's kind of like a free, it can be an extender, it can be a starter without using your normal summon, which is pretty crazy. Your cards gain 100 attack for each of your banished mutant cards. Also, you can place a mutant monster from your hand on the bottom of your deck, and if you do, just draw a card. So it's kind of like a card trader too, which is pretty cool. One mutant fusion. Hey, it's fusion. It's kind of like Shaddoll fusion if they activate the opponent's turn. So if they negate one of your effects, you can still like mutant fusion, like so if they like Ash your baby for some reason, you can just mutant fusion your baby and something from the deck off. Called by the grave, because it's called by the grave, you got to run it. There can only be one. I feel like this is pretty standard in mutants, just because your inboard's gonna be your inboard's usually gonna be like beast and something else, like beast and arsenal. And then when your fish comes back, You know, you can choose to synchro into the fish, and this just stops a lot of decks too, because you can only control one monster of each type. I believe like Sprite is all thunder. It just hits a lot of decks. It's a pretty unfair card, and anytime you want to play these rogue decks, you got to play something unfair. Double Mutant Cry, pretty easy to search. It's the fusion of the deck, pretty nasty. One expansion. Since this isn't pure mutant, I didn't feel the need to run triple of it, but it does, like, it's like personal spoofing. It's pretty crazy. And then one Ghoti chain. Just banish one face-up fish monster you control, special summon one of your Ghoti monsters that is banished or in your hand, deck, or graveyard with a different original name from the monster banished to activate this card, but banish when it leaves the field. You can only activate one per turn. So pretty small. There's pretty nice like one card combo. Well, it's like 2 card where you open up the Paces plus the Enoch, and you end on a, like, I don't know, you end on a pretty cool little play. But like I said, it's more of like a pie in the sky type thing that's like almost never gonna happen. You know, with any luck, you're probably gonna like just draw the Ghoti chain, or, you know, never see the Enoch in hand. But that's it for the main deck. Let me get into the extra real quick. Pretty solid stuff. One area, everything's water. Phoenix gets rid of stuff. 2 ultimates. I've never gone into 3, even pure. If you go into second when you're blowing them out, you know, you're kind of styling. By the time he hits the field, it's pretty much GDs. Triple synthesis. This card's insane. Well, first off, Ultimus is a Omni Negate. Essentially, and it was destroyed. You can add up to 3 cards, one of each monster spell trap of your mutants from your banish zone to your hand, which is pretty nice. Synthesis is a pop on summon, and then you can when your opponent activates a card effect, you can quick effect chain it. It's unaffected by, you know, monster spell trap or whatever. And then when this one's destroyed, it recurs a mutant card from back to your hand. These are essential, pretty much. I was tempted to run Extravagance, but, you know, it is what it is. Ghoti of the DPI, let me make sure this is on screen pretty well. So this is like what makes the deck pretty sick. The original attack of this becomes 500 times the number of banished monsters. If this card is synchro summoned during your opponent's turn, you can banish all cards on the field. And then during the standby phase of the next turn, so on your turn, after this card is banished from the monster zone, you can special summon this banished card. A lot of times, they have to play into it. You know, if you de-shifter everything, this thing's just going to get big. You just poke them for a big amount. Usually not going to really have much of a follow-up once you go into him. To Askin, the Bicorn Ghoti. If this card is synchro summon, you can target one fish monster you control. One card your opponent controls, banish them. If this card is banished, you can banish one fish monster from your graveyard, special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. So this is the combo I kept referring to. Like, you'll see like people go Paces, banish Paces into the Enoch. Enoch brings back Paces, synchro summon. Well, they'll get the Ghoti chain, stuff like that. It's, I don't know, it's just never gonna happen, but it's a nice synchro. 1-5 on Sigma. It's pretty easy to get into. It's just level 12. Pretty easy. It's like a tower, it just kills things. One Dragite spell negate, pretty easy to get into. And one Cyframe Lord Omega, pretty much because I was running the Gamma package, but I cut it. Well, I think about, I might put it in the side, I don't know, it just depends. That's pretty much it for this one. Like I said, like the video if you like the video. Comment below if you want to see some like actual test hands and not, you know, some kind of cheesy 1 or 2 card combos. I'll give it to you real. Yeah, like the video, comment down below for that. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're well on our way to 1K. Can't wait to hit that milestone, and we'll see you next time.